So just got to Padel X in Dubai. This is in JLT on the water, amazing setting. We're going to do a video lesson with Oaks, one of the players. He's been playing for a little while, and before we get into anything, I just want to see his game, see what we're working with, see how comfortable he is at the back of the court, and start from there really, and just see what we're going to focus on from the beginning of this session. That is textbook. Look at that, beautiful. Ah. Ah. And again. Good, okay. So serve return. Whoa. So mate, let's talk a bit about the different shots. How do you feel with back glass at the moment? Like back glass, let's put back glass and return a serve together.
Yeah.
Like what do you find easy, what do you find difficult?
I think judging the shot so that I'm in the right position, and then getting under the ball from there.
Yeah, okay. Judging is really interesting because you're judging where the rebound is going to go, right? So you want to be in a position where the ball is going to finish. Yep. As opposed to following the ball or trying to, you're getting ahead of it and then waiting for that ball. Actually, we're going to do some exercises here. They're going to help you with the back glass, but they're also going to help you with the side glass and the return, because it's the same foundation really, and it's all about preparation and being in position. So let's do some really simple exercises and get you sorted for the back glass.
Awesome.
If I just dollop the serve in the middle, you'd be all right. That's the thing, right? Like when the ball's coming off the back glass, it's this whole thing of and so many players do this where they think it's going to bounce back to me. So you go back here and you wait and the ball ends up and it never quite makes it. Whereas what you want to do is, if you can just go that side, I'll show you with my forehand, is from your ready position here is have your preparation first, and then you talk about judging the ball, then it's the feet. Like with all of this prepared, you're already side on, the racket is already back, then you can get in a position to judge the ball. If you stay here and watch and try and judge, then it ends up being like you're judging, you wait here, you see what happens, and then it all happens together and it is too late, right? So if we come out of this lesson with you having really early preparation, then I'm going to be a happy coach.
Okay.
And we all want that, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to basics a little bit. So turn to the side and have the racket already back like that. And imagine that you're holding a ball by your elbow, so you're nice and compact there.
Yep.
Don't raise it above there because your contact's going to be here. So you want to take the racket back at the height of the ball.
Yep.
Okay, so you're already in this position, racket back. And now I want you to get your body behind the ball so you can hit to my hands, nice and soft.
Okay.
Yeah, so get back. Oh. Good, yeah. Like you can't go too far back in this.
Yeah.
Okay, so racket all the way back. Good, and go behind it, and reach in. Good. Racket back. You can let go your shorts as well there, yeah. Go back. That's just nerves, isn't it?
Just gripping on.
Yeah, racket back, all the way back. Yeah, I'm really fussy with this being here. If it's here, then the ball comes, you actually have to lift it out of the way of the ball. So think of the racket like a door, like you open the door, let the ball pass, and then close the door after. Okay. Yeah, so it's a door, the racket is a door. Okay, here we go. So behind that ball, good. Yeah, and nice and simple, into my hands, good. Racket all the way back, good. Nice and soft. Imagine you're hitting it into like a little 5-year-old's hands here, right? So you've got to hit really soft into my hands. Racket back, get behind it, good. And again, racket back, good. Perfect. Okay, let's go from the ready position now.
Okay.
And imagine, so left hand on the racket, good. Imagine that the racket is leading the movement, right? So you're not moving anything else. The racket goes first and it leads, and you turn your shoulders, and then you move into this position that we've just done. Okay. So the racket's got to go first though. Okay. So lead with the racket. Yes, good. Very nice. Lead with the racket. Good. Remember, it only goes to pointing back. It doesn't go any further than that, yeah? So lead with the racket. Good. Lead with the racket. Good. Good. Remember that sensation of a ball being under your elbow as well, so you're kind of a bit more compact. Let's do a couple more. Lead with the elbow. Good. Good, exactly. Now what I want to do is integrate the side glass as well. So we're doing it with the return now. So, so take a step over like your normal return position. Okay, and we're going to do it where you hit back into my hands. So the same thing, the racket goes back before the ball bounces, and then you're adjusting your feet, yeah? Okay, and you've got to go a little bit closer to the glass. Because I'm throwing, it's not going to rebound a lot.
I thought you were going back glass as well.
No. So it's going to come in, it's going to come to about here.
Okay.
So you turn to the side again,
yeah,
like you would do, and then you're going to just shuffle, and you want to move parallel with the glass. Try not to step too close to it, yeah? Or give it too much distance, like that last one. Yeah, so turn, good, yeah. So turn, nice. Racket back first, good, good, nice. Racket first, remember always lead with the racket, yeah. Good, okay. Now I'm gonna mix it. So I'm gonna throw one with the back, one with glass, one with back, one with glass, like however I feel, right? But still just forehand for now, okay? So racket back, racket first and behind the ball. That time you waited, yeah? So racket first, behind the ball, behind it, good, yeah? Racket, racket, racket. If you think racket first, and then let the movement with the feet, you'll be in a good position. Yeah, so as soon as you see it, racket, good, good. Racket, 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 good, racket, nice. Good, racket, good. Love how early this racket is at the moment. This is just delightful to watch. Good, good, good. 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 The only thing, like perfect. I mean, the racket coming back really early, the footwork is good, you're giving yourself good space. The only thing that I would want to change is that at the moment, the hand's a bit floppy. Yeah. So you almost want to like you're guiding, you're just going to guide that ball as opposed to swing with the wrist if we can. And right now, we're close. So you can guide it and hit soft. Yeah, let's just do a couple more, ready? So, back glass, good. Good. That's okay, yeah. Behind it, behind it, behind it. Good, that was a challenging one, yeah. Good, yeah. Whenever the racket is like this, and whenever it drops, like when the racket head drops and the hand is like that, that's when it becomes floppy. Okay. So you almost have to, when you take the racket back, you take the racket back like opening the hand like that, and then when you hit, it can be more solid if this is almost at right angles. Okay. If it's like this and it's pointing down, that's when it ends up being floppy, and you can see like it's difficult to control the speed. Yep. Yeah? Yeah. So here we're working on the back glass, and all of the tips and exercises that we're doing are on our platform. Like we literally have every tip, every exercise on the platform, so you as a player can improve. At thepadelschool.com, like we want to be your online coaches. We want to help you get better. Us helping you get better will make you play more, bring more friends to paddle, and the game will grow. So that's really our objective. So let's dive into a couple more technical bits with Oaks, our player today. So now I'm going to go the other side. So exactly the same thing. We're working on taking that racket back really early, not going too far back. You still don't need to go for too far back. And then once it's back, adjusting your feet. Now I'm hitting from the other side, it's going to rebound a bit more. So just as long as you're aware of that, so you don't need to go too far back. But the same thing, immediately with the racket, taking it back, So racket, little steps. Good. And that swing at the end is the wrist. We need to really work on trying to firm that up. Good. And again, little steps, little steps. Nice, good. Good. Okay, and again, racket, racket. I'm going to keep the rally going, which is a bit more difficult. Means you need to hit and immediately prepare. So racket. Good. And go, 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 racket back. Good.
Too gentle.
Almost think of the racket back like you're loading a spring, like it's going straight there, And then afterwards, it just stays there until you're gonna hit, yeah? So racket, little steps. Good. Racket. Yes. Racket. Racket. Good, nice. Good. Perfect. And now we're gonna work on a little bit of accuracy and you aiming for a target. So your target is down to my feet, yeah, like a Chiquita, yeah? So just nice and soft. So racket back, little steps. Oh, lovely. Racket back. Good. Racket. Good. Racket. Unlucky. Remember to give yourself space if it's good. Racket. You didn't take the racket there.
No.
Yeah, you held it midway and then went all the way back if we can, yeah? Racket. Good. Racket. 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 Good. Keep that racket. Oh, tough one. Sandy. Oh, tricky. Really tricky. So just to get you comfortable, I'm going to just feed a few returns in from here.
Okay.
And then we'll go back. But the same principle, yep. So racket, turn nice and fast, and then adjust the steps, yep. So soft one into the glass. Good. Racket, racket, little steps. Good. Careful not to give it too much distance. So take one step over to start.
Yep.
Good. And then a small shuffle forward. Yeah, okay, that's gonna be your position. So racket back, good. There we go, nice. Racket, good. So once it goes back, you can still adjust the feet afterwards. Yeah, don't hold the base. Yeah, so racket, little steps. Yes, there we go. Racket, little steps. Good. Racket, little steps. Good. Perfect. I'm going to move back now, so we'll do the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. I love how early that racket's gone back there. Yeah. Racket. Good. Yes. Nice. Yes. Lovely. And look how flat you're hitting it.
Yeah.
Do you remember before you were talking
Very
about
loopy, yes,
using the lob and loopy? Now this is coming like nice speed over the net. Good. Racket. Racket. Oh, sorry. Oh, still ready.
Still got it.
Still ready for the fence. Yeah. Oh. Racket. Racket. Remember that racket. That was a bit late that time, yeah? Racket. Good. Nice. Solid. Really solid. Well, how did you find that?
Big improvement. Yeah. Big improvement. Feeling more prepared for the shot. Giving a lower return than normally I'd return,
Yeah, and doing it there, I don't think you misjudged any.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like there were no that you were like, oh, I'm so far away from the ball, or I'm too close. Like it was when the racket's back early, you've just got that extra bit of time to move your feet.
And the one that I did misjudge was because I didn't prepare the racket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see it immediately, right? And something we talked about before this lesson, I said, oh, you know, what's going on with your game? And you were like, the return, I always lob on the return or I hit a floaty ball. And that is often with this late preparation that there's a flick and the racket face goes up.
Yeah. Here,
when you prepare early, like they're all coming, you know, pretty firm over the net, you know, a couple of feet over the net, which is really what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. So how are you going to put this in your game now? If I watch you in your match tomorrow, not that you've got a match tomorrow, but you know what I mean. Like, how are you going to implement that now?
I think it's just that voice in the head to say, get the racket back.
Yeah.
First thing, when it's fresh in your brain, especially off the serve, where you can stop and think, get your racket back, and that's a great tip to take into those games. Is because I can do that straight away. Yeah. And I know, like, if I haven't, I know immediately sort of thing. So even just doing that short drill is starting to get that into my psyche. Yeah,
I think the thing is I've not given you like 20 things to remember, right? It's like the racket. If the racket is back, then it's leading the rest of that movement. And you know, it's just being rigid with yourself. We have this with so many players. We go and do a clinic and we say, right, racket back, and everyone's like, yeah, I've got it. Oh my God, what a difference when it's back. And then I go and watch them play like the rest of the week, and they're playing with friends, 20 hours with friends in the next, you know, week or two, and it gets forgotten. But I think if that's something that you can focus on, it will help all of your shots, right? Bandeja, like the smashes, all of your shots will benefit from an early racket back. Amazing. So stay strong. So you can see there that the early preparation with the back glass helps with the return of serve, it helps with the double glass, and it helps with defending or even attacking off that back glass. And I can't stress this enough, we have so many clinics around the world where we go in and we say this preparation is absolutely key. So if there's one thing that you take from this video, it is to prepare your racket early, see if you can get your racket back before the ball bounces on the ground on your side, and it will give you loads of time. So if you struggle with anything around the glass, then that is where I would start. Now, up in this corner, I'm going to put a link to our platform, thepadelschool.com. On there, we have a really systemized way of improving your game. We have roadmaps for all the different levels. We have courses on all of these specific areas. We've got back glass courses that can actually take you through them and get you more confident. And even on there, you can send in your video so that we can help you become a better player. And then down here, I'm going to put another video on the preparation and how you can get faster at that and become an even better player.